Okay, so tomorrow we have our quiz over multiplying and dividing radicals and adding and subtracting radicals and simplifying them. So as first of all wanted, I'm going to do a couple of examples. So first of all, we're not allowed to have anything in the denominator, like radical-wise, so we have to multiply by the conjugate. So in this case, it's 2 minus radical 5, and then the top, you have to multiply by the same thing. So we're going to make a box. So this is the top. It's going to be a 1 by 2. So we have 5 radical 2 over and 2 and negative radical 5. So I'm going to have 5 radical 2 times 2. That's 10 radical 2. And then minus 5 radical 10. So I'm just going to write that out at the top. And 10, oops, forgot the 2. Radical 2 minus 5 radical 10. On the bottom, I'm going to make a box for that as well. It is going to be a 2 by 2 box because it's a binomial by a binomial. So 2 and radical 5 and 2 and negative radical 5. 2 times 2 is 4. And we got 2 radical 5 and negative 2 radical 5. Anytime that you multiply two radicals that have the same number under the radical, it's just the number under the radical. And then don't forget your outside numbers. This one's negative 1. Now we know that 2 radical 5 and negative 2 radical 5, those are going to cancel. On the bottom, we're just left with 4 minus 5. We know 4 minus 5 is negative 1. I'm going to simplify even further. 10 divided by negative 1, that's negative 10 radical 2. Then negative 5 radical 10 divided by negative 1, that's positive 5. That's a 5. That is a 5. Positive 5 radical 10. Just double check that you can't simplify any further. You can't add those radicals because they're not the same radical. You're good. That's the answer. All right. Now we have a binomial on the top and the bottom. Nothing changes. We're just going to have to multiply 2 by 2's. So I'm going to multiply the bottom and top by 7 plus radical 10. Start with the top. So 2 by 2. I got 3 radical 5. Let me write that. 3 radical 5. We have 6 radical 2, 7, and negative radical 10. We're going to have 21 radical 5, 42 radical 2, negative 3 radical 50, and then we're going to have negative 6 radical 2. It's not negative down here. Down this cook. Because that 10 is not negative. So, I'm going to write them all out. 21 radical 5 plus 42 radical 2 plus 3 radical 50 plus 6 radical 20. See if you can break everything down. I can break the 50 and the 20 down. 25 and 2 makes 5 and 5, 2. Then we got 4 and 5. So that makes 2 and 2. So we're going to get 21 radical 5 plus 42 radical 2 plus 15 radical 2 is 5 times 3 plus 12 radical 5. Then you need to make sure you can't simplify any further, which we can because we have radicals that we can add together. So 21 plus 12, so that gives me 33 radical 5 plus, we got 42 radical 2 and 15 radical 2 plus 57 radical 2. Now I'm going to take care of the bottom. I'm going to erase all this because I just don't have room. So we have 7 and negative radical 10. We have 7 and radical 10. 7 times 7 is 49. Then we have negative 7 radical 10. 7 radical 10. And radical 10 times radical 10, that is just 10. And then we got the negative. Those will cancel. 7 radical 10 minus 7 radical 10 is 0. 49 minus 10 on the bottom. So we are going to have 39 on the bottom, and that will be our answer. Now, if it's not a binomial on the bottom, we'll just multiply by what's on the bottom. So in this case, we're just going to multiply by 5 radical 6 on the top and bottom. So we get 15 radical 12 over 5 times 5 is 25. Radical 6 times radical 6, that's just 6. We get 15 radical 12 over 150. Gotta double check my 12 because I can break that down to 4, 2, 2, and 3. So that becomes 30 radical 3 over 150. What can I divide them both by? I can divide them both by 30. And I can get 1 radical 3 divided by 5. My final answer. All right, last thing, if I'm trying to simplify radicals, big indexes. So my index here is 4. I'm looking for groups of 4. 98. That's 49 and 2. 7 and 7. I have no prime number groups of 4. So I'm just going to leave it as 4th root 98. How many groups of 4x's can I take out? Just 1, and I'm left with 3. 4 plus 3 makes 7. And I can take out 2 groups of y's, so 8, and be left with 1. So that's my final answer. Now 81, we got to see what 81 breaks down to. This is also the 4th index. 9 and 9, then we have 3 and 3, and 3 and 3. So 81, it has a group of 4. It has 3, so that's going to be brought to the outside. I can take 4 x's out and be left with 1x. I can take a group of y's out and be left with 2. And I can take 2 groups of z's out and be left with 1 z. And there's your answer. All right, get questions ready. We'll see you for your quiz.